We see, don't we, all that we experience is understandable as a spectrum of vibrations. There are different kinds of spectra. There's the spectrum of light, there's the spectrum of sound. We can also think of spectra of smells, of tactile feelings, of emotions, and so on all down the line. We are, as it were, living in the midst of a woven tapestry. And so on all down the line. We are, as it were, living in the midst of a woven tapestry.
Peace, peace. This is djOHLOW coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. We're having some technical difficulties here, man. My headphones don't work. And I got a full house, so I'm going to just let everybody introduce yourself, starting to the left with my man Monty.
Good evening, my name is Monty J. Wolf. I am founder of an arts organization called Brave Soul Collective. It's an HIV and AIDS outreach organization with a focus on the performing arts and things of that nature. So we produce theater, spoken word, music, and all of those kinds of things, and I'm just here to participate and offer my opinions.
That's what's up, man. Welcome back.
Thanks.
To your left, my man Scene, a.k.a.
Yeah, okay. Peace world, this is the man Sing, representing the Monumental Crew from Newport News, Virginia.
That's what's up, man. Next to you, we got First Spawn.
Yo, this is First Spawn. I'm on beat with OHLOW.
That's what's up, man. To you, we got my big brother B.I.
What's good with you, Black Indian? B.I. Music. Good to be here.
In the cut, we got Grizz. There you go.
What's up, Planet Earth? Snowyik the Grizzly Bear. Shout out to the package. Big up to my man OHLOW.
Appreciate you coming out today, man.
Always, brother.
It's been a minute.
You know what? I'll be back.
That's what's up, always, man. Like you said. We got Renee in the cut. He's not trying to get on camera. He's camera shy, man.
Good evening.
All the way from South America.
Rene Sanchez.
I appreciate you coming out, man. You got to stay up on the mic if you're going to talk today, man.
Okay, it's very good to be here.
There you go.
All right.
We got Theory in the cut over here.
What's good? What's good? Peace. Fairfax. Theory's in the house.
That's what's up. Next to you, we got Count Fifth.
Yo, peace, peace. Count Fifth. What up, OHLOW? Thanks
What's
for having
going
me.
on? Peace. Thank you for coming out. Big brother, L Better.
L better up in here. Peace,
There you go.
On beat.
And B-Fam in the cut. My joint just went out, man. I can't even hear myself. I don't know if anyone else can hear themselves, but Mr. Forge.
Hey, what's good, brother? Mr. Forge. What's love?
Thank you all for coming out, man. So today's show, what I wanted to do, man, is I wanted to talk about the N-word in hip-hop. And I wanted to talk about hip-hop fallacies. We had a pretty good show last week. We were talking about the fallacies in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the BS that goes on. But
I'd say something, although this is a fantastic
Theory.
topic. And I just, before the show started, we were all deciding on how to use how to say the N-word, different potential ways. And I tell you, the thing I got out of all of us around the room laughing is that the sting is gone from it. It's not so much people saying it, but it's people using it on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where the thing. But this thing is gone. It's flimsy. So we threw around a bunch. I mean, Ninja was a favorite, right? I think there was Nucka, among others. But yeah, this thing is gone, and this could be a good topic tonight. We're gonna keep it good, keep it light. You know what I'm saying? But I had to lead with that.
And the reason we're talking about this tonight is because we had some promotions. We put some promotions up on the local website, and it's promoting positive music and a free event for the people. And people posted negative comments.
Yeah, it took a great opportunity to take shots at hip hop.
Yeah,
and the
they
music
dropped
and everything.
Ninja like many a time.
Oh, they do. They use Ninja very specifically. That's with ER.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very pointedly, but it doesn't hurt. It's just ignorance out there.
But we're not. This show's not going to be all about the ER. It's going to be about the A too, because I want to talk about the how people use it as a term of endearment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about that too. So, free forum, man. Everybody saw the post. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to read it. I don't want to get right into it. Theory, spark it, man.
Thoughts,
man.
Like I said,
Thoughts.
it's kind of jarring, especially the whole beat conductor movement and this whole thing about the music. It's all positive, and just the negative connotations that's associated with our music just like bubble over as the domineering thing. You're gonna find a rough element in everything you do. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they don't fight at a country bar. You know what I'm saying? Or at a rock concert. I mean, they get down just like anybody else. It's crime anywhere you look. There's no place is safe after 4 a.m. I don't care what color you are. So just to associate us with violence and just such negativity, it's pretty amazing on the message board. They're real specific, Trying to throw darts, I guess. Trying to make it hurt, hey, stay away. But you can't, that doesn't work anymore,
I think it's funny, like I was saying earlier, man, I think it's either like some young cats that are doing it, just some young ignorant kids, or it's some pigs, you know what I mean? Just trying to start some stuff because I noticed last time there was a hip-hop event in Fairfax, there were a bunch of pigs out, you know what I mean? A lot. And I think they just associate hip hop with negative things. They can't see it as a positive thing, and that's cool.
And they do. Just like my man over here in the cut that has the program that's for people with HIV doing theater and spoken word. That's positive.
Monty, yeah. We're gonna talk about that.
But they not going to show a light on that. That's not what they want. But Rick Ross has been here. I know in Leesburg, and God knows, his whole album full with the N-word.
You said Rick Ross was in Leesburg?
Yeah. They had him, Wale. They packed up, they packed up the little place out there where they do the shows at. And then they had the whole MMG advertised all over Kiss. Not to take nothing from them or whatever they doing, but I'm saying the light is, they're saying that it's a power that be that want it that way. Yeah. They not fearing you. If they can't use that word as a power structure to say that this is what's going on, they don't want nothing to do with it. See, y'all, the program that the beat conductor is doing is positive. It's going to give opportunity to unspoken artists,
that's right,
beat makers. It's going to give kids to come out with something that they ain't got to worry about gang banging, no fights.
Yeah,
nothing is just straight music. They don't want that. So somebody got to either shine a negative light on it, like, nah, you don't want to be a part of that. But guarantee you, if you had, Crips versus Bloods or something like that, it's going packed house. You're not gonna hear one word. I'm in there tonight. That's what they gonna do. That's what they want.
Yeah, man. So it's a commercial thing.
Yeah, exactly. You never, if you look at it, every radio broadcaster or television broadcaster that said the N-word or made a negative reference to African Americans, gone, right? But they'll block out. It'll make mainframe news. They'll block it out because the attention to it. The attention to it. So look who remains. Eminem.
Yeah.
Which said it blatantly on records, stuff like that. They'll be around because it's who they want, but that's how it go, man.
I think it's crazy how sensationalized the word has become, whether it be, through hip-hop or how the market pushes
it should have been
deaded
out, right? What you saying is it should have been deaded out a long time ago.
It shouldn't. I don't think it should carry so much luster that it still does. You know what I mean? It's still such an enigma. You know what I mean? That, and the word is ignorant, and it really has no valid meaning. You know what I mean? If you break down the etymology of the word, it doesn't make any type of sense. It's just a made-up word. It's a word that only holds the power that you give it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of definition you put on it is, where the weight lies.
Exactly. That's it right there. And it doesn't carry the weight it used to. You know what I mean? But people try to, like I said, I don't know. To me, I've been called ninja to my face twice. And I'm a generation away from it. But my mother and my father, they didn't sit next to your mother and father, listeners. I'm sorry, at the coffee shop. They just didn't. It was different counters, different water fountains. It was a different time. And it
right here in Fairfax,
too. And it was.
See, that's what makes it so crazy.
One last sentence. It wasn't that long ago. All right?
No,
it wasn't that long ago. It's one step back. All right, one step back. So if they're 65, right, then they were 25, and the status quo was we didn't share a water fountain, and that's real. That's right around the corner. Enough said.
But it's crazy that you say right here in Fairfax, because here it is, we having an event right here in Fairfax,
and it seems like times just really haven't changed that much. When you if you care to go to the website and check out the comments where our flyer is posted in response to the terminology and just the way they're coming across is like just real extra wicked. So it's like it's still people out here that live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
back to what Theory was saying, it wasn't allowed for his folks to sit and be at the same water fountain or at the coffee shop. It wasn't allowed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This word still has an impact that can. They just did it. What's her name? Not Martha Stewart. Paula Dean. You know what I'm saying? She just lost how much because of that word.
They called her out. Yeah.
Because of that word, she lost how much?
But she living through her sons. Her sons got to show.
Yeah, both of them.
Every time.
I was
my
mad.
wife
Yeah.
Look at Paula Dean because she be baking and cooking. That's what I'm saying.
She was on the other week on her son's show. I was like, she ain't supposed to be on TV.
Yeah, exactly. But
You done Paula? What you doing on TV?
Hold on. And then Best Buy, and then not Best Buy, like those certain stores selling at half price. So the dishes that once cost a certain amount now don't cost that much.
Yeah, because they pulled a lot of her retail out of Walmart and all that. Yeah.
But I'm gonna say, Mo, it's not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's like, Americana.
It's like trying to.
It's American culture,
like
man.
trying to get rid of the new sexual revolution, I guess, that we got going on in America. It's not gonna go nowhere because I'm from Northeast DC, and it's the word. Generations like kids never saw Michael Jordan play. They still killing for Jordan. Ain't never seen Jordan play.
Yeah.
Don't know how many scores, nothing.
Yeah,
Never seen him and Bird go at it. Never, nothing. Don't even know who this is. New Balance, they still is going to transcend. This is what it is. It's never going to go nowhere. So it's either going to be two things. They just going to get rid of all of us because the word is passed down generation to generation. They either going to get rid of all of us.
All right, I'm going to swing it this way, and I want to go to Mr. Monty, and I want to talk about the opposite. Forget about the ER. Let's talk about the A term of endearment. How do you feel about that? If somebody says it to you and they truly love you, you know what I'm saying? And they truly say, like, you're my man, but they say, you know what I'm saying?
If it's somebody that, if it's somebody black, and yes, it's that.
I'm glad you said that too. Okay, good.
It's that ongoing thing. If it's somebody black, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I don't use it. It's come out of my mouth before. I refer to my friends, my female friends, some of my male friends as the word, and it has it's got a different connotation. But
all right, but what if it comes from like an Afghan kid or an Asian kid or a Latin kid? You know what I'm saying?
One, two.
I don't know. You kind of put me on the spot because as I'm listening to everybody talk, I feel like I have a very interesting take on all of this because I'm hearing parallels because I'm an openly gay black male.
Yeah, yep.
And the same stuff that y'all are talking about with this, I get because I'm gay. And 9 times out of 10, nobody knows that I'm gay until I open up my mouth and say something.
Yeah.
The work that I do with my arts organization was because I got tired of being pigeonholed and, walking into auditions and, I've studied theater and Shakespeare and all these other kinds of things. And we're going to auditions in Baltimore and have a white casting director say, okay, you're going to be our Busta Rhymes type. And I'm sitting there looking at her like, what are you talking about? And I just got tired of being pigeonholed. And around the same time, I wound up testing positive for HIV. And, a couple years later, things just changed. And, I decided that I needed.
But now you have a powerful movement that you're here to talk about.
Exactly.
As well.
And I felt like nobody was going to tell my story the way that I could. So, hearing people talk about the N-word is the same thing that I feel like we go through with. And I was gonna try to wait until the break because I didn't know. I'm not trying to blow up nobody's spot, and I'm not trying to wipe anything clear or whatever. I don't know if we can say the F word on the air or
I don't even. Yeah, I would stay away from it.
But that word,
people know what it is.
But it's the same thing because I've gotten that before. If once somebody finds out, and again, I have no qualms about it. I'm clear. I'm clear about who I am. I'm not ashamed of who I am. But it doesn't bother me, and it's the same kind of thing that we get in the gay community, right?
Again,
you know what I'm saying? But if somebody outside of my circle calls me that, again, it
that's interesting.
So
okay,
I see as a term.
It's the same thing. It depends on how they come at me because if
if they come at me, you know, and it's like, you know, it depends, you know. I'm not gonna, you know, because I think with the whole term of endearment thing, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think with the whole term of endearment thing, it balances off of how well you know the individual.
Right.
Like, you know, with the N-bomb or
level
whatever.
of comfortability.
If I just, you know, you black and I just met you, I'm not gonna be like, yo, what's up, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we see each other a couple times, you know, we hang out, you know what I'm saying? We parlay, we break bread, then I might get comfortable enough to even use that around you, like talking about.
Over time, we become ninjas.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to work up to that. But it's not like just something you just throw out there all recklessly or wild. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn the right to be my end. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I want to ask Count Fifth, man, because Count Fifth has worked with a lot of people. And I know, you know, just because you're an ill producer and people, when people kind of like, they're drawn to producers, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So have people said that to you? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of course.
As a term of endearment.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Of course.
And everything was cool, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so so how does that make you feel? Like it's like it's nothing, right?
Yeah.
But would you say that back to him?
No. I don't use,
Why?
I
Why
don't
is that?
use the word. I just don't, because.
You're like me, I don't even use the word,
I
yeah.
don't use the word.
But when you were a kid, I'm not gonna front. When I was a kid and I was ignorant and I was growing up and I heard it in music, and
only when I'm by myself in my car listening to Old Dirty.
You rock with him, my man.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, you know what though? It goes right back to the whole thing though. No matter if it's the F word, if it's ninja, it's it being said versus being used on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In my two experiences, both times were you ninja. Yeah, you ninja. You like here's my ultimate attack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, kung fu. I powered up and I brought it. What you got now? You know,
Yeah.
and it just leaves you shaking your head. You're like, man, come on. I mean, that's the best you can do. Really? You know?
Yeah, it's crazy that's still around, man.
Rolls off our tongue. Two people. Like he's a producer that works with a lot of artists, and actually it just rolls off our tongue because it's now a part of us.
Yeah,
it's a part of us.
He's good.
And that's why when you was like an Afghan kid, Persian, I know people from France, everywhere,
Definitely.
they use the word. Probably down in Chile,
Yeah.
they probably mention another way, but it's always an alternative. It was like only probably our great grandparents, the era that he was talking about, where we couldn't go when we had some type of stigma where the word actually was stripped down to, you know, what it is. Guarantee you, it rolls off our tongue like yawning or peeing or brushing our teeth is a part of our culture.
And I think so because, you know, you said it's a part of our culture. Like, I didn't learn the N word from hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the music that taught me. It's just something that, you grow into. You know what I mean?
Like my Puerto Rican homeboys, they say you up top.
Yeah.
They say it. And you be like, oh, you Puerto Rican. But you got to think about it, take it back to my Moore brother over there. Peace out, Key. But got to take it back to them. They was dropped off. You basically was dropped off first.
Yeah, they
so
dropped off
like
island
island
for
to
us.
an island.
Right. Yeah,
African
Yeah,
heritage.
when you look at the genetics,
But
it's
even
still the same, yeah.
I want to throw something out there.
Go ahead, man. You got to come up to the mic though. Get right up on the mic. This is my man Renee down from Chile.
Renee de Chile,
Do you
the
think
Latin
in,
Jimmy Dean.
Yeah, you got to
in
come right up on the
African-
mic. Make love to the mic,
You
man.
think in African countries they use the same word in another way or no? Or
You know, I
form
wish
of
Morrow
endearment?
was here because I wanted to ask Morrow that same thing.
I don't, you know.
Yeah, I don't even know. I can't tell you. I think now, I've seen videos and stuff where now kids in Africa are using it, but I think it's because of American
it's a hip-hop
influence.
thing. And I can say that with clear definition by being over in Germany.
Perfect.
I was over there painting with a German crew. It was a crew full of Turkish kids, a couple Belgium, you know what I'm saying? But they all used the N-word. Dropped it all day, you know? So me coming over, this is my first time overseas, and I was always in a vein where you didn't say it. If you could say it if you wanted to, but I'm going to give you a warning like, yo, don't say it around certain people because you will get a bad reaction. But it opened my mind up when I got overseas and these kids were just throwing it around. That shows me the strength of hip-hop because they got it from what? NWA.
Yeah.
Not only for American whites, you know what I'm saying? It's for everybody. There's like, this is the opportunity to say this word. And what does this mean? You know, that's what it was for the cats in Germany. You know what I'm saying? And they used it. It flowed off their tongue because that's what they hear in the music. That's what they hit in the movies and everything. And it's just part of their culture. And there's no disrespect. They don't even know the sting that's in the word there.
See,
you know, that they don't know the historical.
Been desensitized.
I totally have.
Because there were people who died for us not to be called that.
Right.
and that's totally gone. Regardless of how far we've progressed as a people, like, it's people who lost their lives. So we will not be referenced as much as we use it today. You know, I fall victim just like everybody else, but there has to be that piece of you that's like, yo, it still ain't right, champ. It don't taste, it can't taste completely, it can't be palatable falling off your tongue like it does when you really think about it. You know what I mean?
It's the same. I think it's a part of the culture. It's growing to a part of the culture. If you look back to the early days of like Richard Pryor, you know, he came to an evolution where he's like, yo, I'm done using that. But prior to that, Moms Mabley, Red Fox, everybody, that flowed off everybody's tongue. And it was, it just grew a part of a culture just as much as slavery is a part of black, you know, we ain't gonna forget it.
So is it safe to say, I didn't mean to cut you off, but is it safe to say that commercialism is actually pumping all this a little bit?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because Jay-Z, which on that record, everybody know they copped it. on his record, on the last, 10 years of records, and you dealing with Warren Buffett.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Big money.
I mean, let's break down the realness of it. You dealing with Warren Buffett. Period. And he got your records? Like, he know verses from your song? This is acceptable to the 1%. This is acceptable to the elite. Why? Because there's no power. It's no power to them. It's only power to people that's not eating. You know what I'm saying? It only factors into that. He's not living in that life, but it's comfortable for a man that's worth $500 million to be with a man that's worth $40 billion. And he got you in his Rolls or in his house on his boat system with Bill Gates, and y'all listening to Jay-Z say the N-word. Just, I don't agree, and when they get around us, I don't agree with them, but the music is so fantastic. And that's what they say.
But I think it's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? With like, I think I put that on NWA when it first came. I remember as being a 10, 11-year-old kid. It was always said around my house, right? But I had little Tommy and John from around the way. They were like, hey, do you listen to NWA? I'm like, I know you want to say it. Go ahead and say it.
No, you're not.
I know you want to say it, you know, but they were like, okay. But if I wasn't around, they spit it everywhere. They would say it everywhere. And it was just kind of like, oh, I got to pass to say it because I bought it. You know, the black community didn't make NWA rich. You know, it went everywhere, worldwide.
Yeah.
And, you know, worldwide.
Suburbs, huh?
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? That's what, and it I think that's one of the things that took a chink out of the sensitivity of it. Of the word.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It kind of left the black community from that point right there.
That took it.
You know what I'm saying?
But what about
big enough? That took it big enough to now it's a problem because Johnny and Janet.
But you know, again,
now hip hop's a problem.
I would tell him about saying, you know, you can't. A word can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it power to hurt you.
Yeah.
And like I say, so I know kids. It's like I got cousins that's Puerto Rican. They say it all day and all night, right? I got other friends that I've met all over the world, like I said, all over the world, and they just, it's something that's between them. That's their term of endearment. It's become something. It's become a bigger beast now. You know, a real bigger beast than what it was.
That's what I was gonna say too, is because me and Oo just came from a basketball tournament. Shouts out to Ariana in the city. You know what I'm saying? And my little cousins, you know, they're Afghan, and I don't say this. You know what I'm saying? And they know I don't say this, but they come up to me and they're like, "Yo, oh, you know what I'm saying? Boom," and they drop it, and I'm like, yo, I mean, you could say anything else. And they're like, oh, yeah, my bad. You know, I forgot. But they just, you know what I'm saying? They're so used to saying it. Yeah. And they're young. I mean, they're not that young. They're not little kids. You know what I mean? Actually, First Spawn, that's why I like First Spawn so much, man, because he's younger, way younger than them. And he's like a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like a true G, man. I know he doesn't use the word like that, man. Let me just ask you, man, because you're, 15 years old, right?
Yeah.
And what about in school and stuff, man?
Like, like every day in school, people be like, "Whoa, what's up, man?"
Yeah, right. It's just open.
Yeah, because like based on music, like you got like white girls, you got like
speaking to the mic, man. Come on.
You got like just like everybody saying it, every culture just saying it, and it's like based
everybody.
That is crazy because you know
I'm
trying to figure out who was French Montana calling my N. You know what I'm saying? Because at least he got about 5 different songs out right now, and on every verse, like every hook, I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. And you fill in the blank. You know what I'm saying? Wait from these, and he's like, he's from Morocco. All right, so he's from Morocco, but does that make it right? If he's from if he's from Africa, that he can
Yeah,
use. He
to
has the
a
right to
A&R.
use the N-bomb.
To
and
to the big business, because this is what I'm saying. They're
But
gonna
the N-word is
yeah,
not African though.
Yeah, but they're gonna separate. It's like a separate. Maybe my man could get it, because we know what the industry's playing. It's to separate the children that's going to Georgetown Prep and St. John's. They're not gonna be talking like that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be able to separate when the time comes. The rich and the poor, this time is here. So if we're talking like that, and we can't conduct ourselves in business, like Mo and y'all do big business. Y'all go speak with people that own property, clubs. Y'all don't go in there like, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we want the gig. We're gonna have about 50 acts up in here. You know how to conduct yourself in business.
Because we're beat conductors, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But the average
how does French get
person
the
with
right?
no knowledge of self, they're gonna go in and act the way they act in certain quarters and Burry Farms and what's that, Del Rey and all those places. They're gonna act like that because they want. That's what they want. You think gangster rap and all that right now is an accessory? It's like if you live in the projects, French, what you call them, man, Tanner, the Shorty, Coke Boys, the ASAPs and all that, that's an accessory. Like a woman with a bracelet or a pocketbook. They can't go nowhere without it. That's what I'm saying. It's an accessory. Saying this is a part of being, from the hood. This is a part of being in. So they, you know what I'm saying? They put that together.
Hey, real quick, before you go in, before anyone, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I've said this before too, man. When I was a kid, man, I wasn't like in the projects, but I was in a poor part of Northern Virginia. You know what I'm saying? It was me and my mom, and my whole thing, and all my friends there too. You know what I'm saying? I had an array of different type of people as friends growing up, but we were all poor, man. We had nothing. We had no money. You know what I'm saying? It was retarded. And the only thing that we thought about is getting out of there and not trying to be stuck there and be stuck in the ways of our parents and their parents and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like cool to be in the hood. It's cool, like, like B.I. was saying, man, it's like it's an accessory. You know what I'm saying? People in the suburbs would rather be from the hood than to realize, like, man, you got a good life, man. You know what I'm saying? You went to a good school. Your parents take care of you. You know what I mean? So
that was the industry plan. Oh
yeah. Hey, real quick, man. I want to definitely talk to you, but we got to take a quick break, man. I got to take a quick break for PSAs, and we'll be right back. This is On Beat with OHLOW. We're talking about the N-bomb. We'll be right back. Peace. Peace. This is djOHLOW coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. I got a full house, man. I'm playing a first Spawn beat, and we were talking actually, let me retract a little bit. Let me go back a little. We're talking about the N-bomb, the N-word, how it's used in hip-hop, and I guess how it's used on the internet openly, whether it's with the ER or A. And before the break, Count Fifth wanted to say something.
I just wanted to reiterate on the fact of, I was just saying how it's the industry's plan, man. Like, I don't know, I just read something on the internet recently that was posted about a record exec that came over from Europe. It was in the early 80s. Did you yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of, cats have seen it, but it just opened my eyes to a lot of things. I mean, not that it wasn't too shocking or surprising, but, at the same time, it's crazy that it seems, there's always a conspiracy to something. There's always something behind something. And like the way that that this guy came out and talked about how the whole plan was to, keep it was the industrial complexes to keep, private prisons is criminology, to just keep the world in chaos and keep us separated and divided and it's just crazy to me, man. Like,
because if we're united, then we're powerful, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. That's what they don't want.
It's with disease, man.
Go ahead, Theory.
It's with disease. There's no money in the cure at all, And Better had a great question. You were saying what gives French the right?
Yeah, you know, like
hip
hip-hop
gives him
hip-hop?
his past.
So we gonna put that on hip-hop?
It's
on hip-hop, man. He grew
It's
up in
on
New York.
hip-hop shoulders.
Wait,
man. That's
I
all
missed
it
that.
takes.
What was that? Say
He
that
was
again.
French Montana, right?
Okay.
Given his heritage, does he have the
He's
right
not
to
African
drop?
American. He's not black.
He's not black. Does he have the right to drop Ninja in the with the frequency that he does, with the veracity that he does? Ninja. But
and nobody even black eye. Nobody, don't bother nobody.
It's hip hop, baby.
It's hip-hop.
You know what I'm saying? He's got the past. You know,
Shout out to the game.
Yeah, 3 generations down the line, you know, we're here with Spawn, the youngest of us coming up through it, loving the music. You can hear it in what's being played behind us right now, right? It's culture now. You know, it's way past how it was used, how the word came about, the sting, the fact that people died so that we weren't called it, you know? Aside from its true meaning and all of that, it's part of hip-hop culture now. Now everybody wants to be down. You want to be as cool as you can. And, you know,
So
as a matter of fact,
hip-hop laws supersede the logic
man,
behind the history
well,
of it.
hip-hop, it's become so widespread. Everybody, we're so cool, and everybody, it's want to be. So everybody
blame it on the boogie.
Yeah, blame it on the boogie. Everybody.
Like my homeboy said, when I was signed to you know who, MCA. What did I look like? Because I came out here came with third.
Yeah.
I was dreaded with tats all over, and I remember the head of A&R taking me into a meeting. And that's what they was excited about. The smack kid, because I was smacked out of my mind. That smack kid with the dreads looking crazy. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted to be out here for the kids to imitate.
Yeah, and it's funny you said that because I remember checking out something with Chuck D, and he was talking about how, because if you do like the dates, the math, whatever, like Public Enemy was out the same time NWA was out. It was all in the same years in the early 90s, 89 to 90 to 91 and all that. But he was saying that the industry decided to put more money into the image that NWA was perpetuating because they weren't down with backing the image of black unity. So, you know, it kind of caused, you know, it just kind of went somewhere else after that. You know what I mean? Because then you had the movies like Boys in the Hood and New Jack City. And it's like now Hollywood is supporting the same things that, you know, the music was coming out. Now it's like on a whole nother spectrum now because now it's past music. And now it's in the Hollywood.
Yeah.
And that's like, you know what I mean? That's in everybody's house.
Beta, I got a quick question for everyone who's an artist here. Since people are saying that it's a part of hip-hop, is there a movement within hip-hop that is very against this? Saying it all in the music? No?
I haven't seen any, I haven't really noticed any serious movement that's taking a stance against it because everybody I know, including myself, use it. I don't know people that, I know people that make mention of not using it, but I don't know people that do not use it.
I listen to a lot of music, and what am catching in hip-hop at this time, I don't know, from what I'm listening to, is that it's used with a lot less frequency to the point where, I was listening to J. Cole's record, and it was used ad nauseum. It was like, the way we flip it around, it's not every other word. It's not every 10th word, and if some people, I don't know, if people are acting like ninjas, right, we call it.
Call it how you say it. Walk like a duck, talk like a duck.
You're a ninja duck, all right? That's so terrible. N-bomb duck. But, it seems like... N-bomb duck. Yeah, well, okay. Thought lost. I'm passing this over to Ford.
Yo, I was gonna say, growing up in Los Angeles, man, I grew up in Inglewood and Hawthorne, and me being Chicano, Mexican American, for y'all that know, that it was funny because that's not something that we use, and even for Spawn knows it's not something that I use. It's just not natural to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I have when I first came to Virginia, and I had friends that were white, black, Asian, Hispanic. They was all using it. I found that it was more used here universally, and even just coming here, man, I thought, because in LA it's a little bit more segregated than people think. You know what I'm saying? So coming here, I was first scratching my head like, yo, what's wrong with these people? Because it was a room and they were all friends, and it was white, black, Asian, Persian, and so forth. And I was like, yo, what's wrong with them? But they all use that word as a term of endearment.
To each other,
and,
right?
Naturally, I kept the West Coast, and I still don't use it. But, still, I think going back to what we've been talking about as far as the industry, I do think that, it is used to, in a sense, segregate us. Going back to trying to desensitize us and keep unity away from us. Something like this Beat Conductors event, that's bringing unity. And that's hip-hop, because hip-hop, I've come to learn through years is that it does bring bridges together, no matter what color, creed, religion, or whatever, so...
that's what I get out of hip-hop, too. Like you said, there's, hip-hop has no boundaries. It's revolutionary, and it's free expression, you know what I'm saying? And it has no boundaries. Like, there is no colors. When I talk to a lot of kids, you were saying, a lot of people say the N-word at school and stuff, but kids, like Theory was saying, they don't have, it doesn't hold that value anymore, you know what I mean? Because it's been completely watered down, so they don't even really know what they're saying, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying, when I was young, same thing, I didn't really know what I was saying, because all my friends were saying it too to each other, and it was really because we heard it in music and stuff, you know what I mean? And again, I didn't grow up with a whole bunch of Persians and Afghans and stuff, you know what I mean? I grew up with a lot of, people of Latin descent, a lot of people of, obviously we're all from Africa, but of African descent, a lot of Indian people, you know what I mean? A lot of South American people, and it was open, it was free, because I think it was because of movies, like you said, Boys in the Hood, where it's used so much that it's it becomes a commercial thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
And, not even to, you also got to include Quentin Tarantino, man. You know what I mean? As far as how Hollywood even adapted the word, and then they use it how they want to use it.
Yeah.
And then, but they sensationalize it.
Exactly.
It becomes it's like a star on its own when it comes to media and entertainment.
Fried chicken, man. It's the fried chicken part of us as a culture of Africans. Whatever they gave us, but whatever. But the fried chicken, the chitlin, it's the scraps. Whatever they gave us as a negative, we have made a positive. And they ain't trying to pay you. It's the royalties of being a free slave or modern slave, whatever you want to say it. But as he got on their movies, I do want to get on that. I'm tired of 12 Years a Slave, The Butler, The Help. Where's the Frederick Douglass movie? Where's the Murray McLeod Bethune movie?
I mean, where's the Akhenaten movie? Can we
I'm
get
saying
something like that?
We need the Clarence 13 next movie.
Exactly.
Where's real movies for us? Now, I read in an article the guy that wrote that did the 12 Years a Slaves said he pitched movies. Same thing with The Butler. I pitch movies. You pitch movies, but they never got played because nobody wants that type of... No. They don't want us to have that. They want to continue, and then look, Brad Pitt in it, and he's saving us at the end. You get what I'm saying? They got it set up to the point, man, that it's almost to the point. It's so how they got it down to a max. It's almost like this is gonna be.
I got a question though.
Get used to it.
Why do so many people support I haven't seen these movies that you're talking about.
Because the controversy around it. It's just like having a New Balance.
Yeah.
His seed came up in here with the fresh New Balances on. It's like you show up at school, somewhere I'm getting them. I'm getting them Barclays he got on. It's like,
isn't that some kind of mental conditioning over here in America?
That's mental slavery.
Yeah.
Big books. It's big books on it.
Programming.
Yeah, it's programming. But if you put this in the star in it, and the dude got other movies, dude dropped the same movie. He dropped about 3 movies back to back. The star of the movie, and he gonna win an Oscar for saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Because we gotta know our place. Then we gotta either do 2 things. What they wishing we did so they could go ahead and drop the bomb and start smoking us is for us to react off of it. But see, we're not reacting because we're comfortable. You got some dummies mentally slave think that we rich.
Yeah.
African Americans and the Hispanics thinking we balling. So it ain't no reason to smack out Caucasian because I feel this way. You get what I'm saying? So we not gonna react. That's why the kids said in school it's not even it don't even feel that way. But 5 years ago, 12 Years a Slaves came out, man. It'd be trash cans thrown in the street. Look like, you know what I'm saying, do the right thing. It'd be crazy out here.
For me, it's about taking back the power, I feel like, across the board, because I just feel like whether we talking about that, whether we talking about any kind of term or something that's used in a derogatory manner to try and hurt somebody, it's like, there ain't nothing anybody can say about me that hasn't already been said. And if I know who I am, then it doesn't really bother me. I'm not excusing it, because again, if somebody that was white came up to me and said it, I might look at them sideways. But again, I'm not gonna take the bait. It's not like I'm not gonna let them engage. That's like dangling a carrot in front of me, and it's like, am I gonna just take the bait and get into an argument and bicker? I stay in my head, and I'm about strategy. So it's like, I hear what you're saying about the films and all that other kind of stuff, and that's why I felt like, I got tired of the stuff that I was seeing, whether it had to do with race, whether it had to do with sexuality, whether it had to do with art and all these other kinds of things. And I said, okay, you know what? Can't nobody tell my story like I can, and I have all these other people.
And let's take this opportunity right now, man, because I want to give everybody an opportunity to tell their story real quick too, man. Why don't you let people know, man? For people who don't know you, let them know who you are and what you do, and how they can find you online. Because I know you got videos up, right? You got some YouTube clips up, right?
Yeah, there's some YouTube clips up on our page and some things of that nature. But basically, Brave Soul Collective it's an arts organization. Brave Soul is a moniker that I gave myself a long time ago. I was on a message board or something. And it just kind of came to me one day, and I said, you got to be a real brave soul to go through some of the stuff that I've gone through and still be able to have an open heart and still be able to just to not, I got black man rage. I got black gay man rage, and y'all don't ever want it for black gay man rage, because it's like black man rage on steroids. Because it's like, I'm telling you, because it's the same. It's like everything that y'all are talking about, and then you add another layer of it.
Yeah, I feel
and
you.
then with HIV and things of that nature. I mean, ironically enough, what happened with me was I tested positive for HIV 9 years ago today. 9 years ago yesterday was the day that I found out I tested positive for HIV. It was 3 weeks after my 30th birthday, and my life, my world just turned upside down, and I thought I was gonna die. I was afraid. But I also figured, I know that I could act, I could sing, I could perform. I know who I am, and I knew that I wasn't going to stick my tail between my legs and just wither and die. It took me a long time to be able to tell my parents, the people in my circle, and all these people that loved me. But once I did, I was at a spiritual service about a year and a half later, and I said, wow, how powerful would it be if there were not just me, but 2 other black gay men who were artists, whether they were rappers, whether they were writers, whether they were actors, and they weren't feminine, and they weren't DL. Because again, I just feel like that's why I've been so quiet.
What's DL? What, for those who don't know?
Come on, man. Y'all really trying
Is
to
it a bad word?
No, I mean like down, like down, like in the closet, like like some kind of closet.
My fault.
A closet homosexual.
All right. On the down low.
Yeah, yeah, all of that, and and I felt like I didn't.
There's so many little things now, man, with Twitter and everything. I don't know, man.
No, because during that
DL
time,
from like way back, man.
Joe really didn't know.
But during that time, that was when that clown, and yes, I'm calling him a clown, JL King or whoever he was on Oprah, and it was just kind of like that was what the face became. It was either you were a flaming sissy with a limp wrist, or either you were on the down low and you were, trying to check somebody out and all this other kind of stuff. And I was like, that's not me. What do I do? And it was like, okay, I don't live in a black gay world. I live in a world where, I have to deal with white people, with women, with males, with females, people from all different walks of life. And like, I think the things that we're talking about are just so important, because I'm much more concerned with any work that I do. I'm much more concerned with focusing on the things that unite us as people, as opposed to the things that separate us. Because we can talk about that stuff. We can talk about that stuff till we turn blue in the face. And
that's true, yeah. And
I'm
not here to, I'm not trying to do that either. I'm trying to show people. Honestly, what I'm trying to do here is show people that this whole room is full of positive people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in this room is doing something to bring, like you said, to unite everybody. And people in this room are doing things progressively. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody in here doing anything to go backwards. There's nobody in here doing anything negative. Like Better said, like he uses the N-bomb sometimes in his raps, and I'm sure other people do too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's not.
I use it quite a bit.
Yeah, he's pretty vulgar, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. What I was trying to say is that it's not in a negative way, though. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't use it negative.
Unless you're talking about somebody, which
I mean, I write my music like I'm having a conversation with myself. So, I'm not going to censor myself in my own head. It's like, if I'm having a conversation with my people.
A vulgar conversation.
Just a genuine conversation. You know what I mean? Like that's how I talk.
He said you were vulgar. He said, yeah, he's very vulgar.
Yeah, I am pretty vulgar. I'm a vulgar MC.
My whole thing is, all right, we all say it, but how can you use it in a positive way?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to get to.
Is
there?
How can that word be positive?
Well, that's the thing is
without making,
out here, man. But man, woman, and child. Period. It's no positivity, man. Period. We are not living in that. That's why there. He listen what he's saying. Do you kind of get what he's saying? Like, this is what it is.
That's up to individuals whether they're gonna create the positive or not.
But it's not.
Regardless of what the reality is, perception has a lot to do with everything.
It's gonna have to destroy. It's gonna have to be destroyed and rebuild. And me and you know that off the break. There's no way this is done.
My point is like
rap. This is a rap, Slim.
Yeah.
It's a rap. His son said it best. White kids saying, "What's up?" And then even if I don't agree with it, it's in the face. Now you got to deal with I got cousins. I got cousins in prison. I know them dudes be rocking with, man. Stone cold killers. It's what it is. It's going down, man. We just got to make music. We got to make talent. We just got to keep pushing out art so people could dig it up one day and say, this dude Grizz was awesome.
Yeah,
this dude Mo was awesome. Because for real, it's through, man. You can't see it. It's over. It's a wrap.
I think to go back to what Theory said earlier on, the history of it all, the negativity that was when people said it in the 50s, obviously it was such a negative thing. My mother came to this country in the early 60s. She went to Robert E. Lee High School. There were still black and white bathrooms. She had no idea what to do. She didn't speak any English. Because my mother was light skin, white skin, she was okay, I guess. She didn't know what to do. But if she was a darker skinned person, she probably would have had a lot more problems in this country.
Well, there was a lot of people who came from South American countries who are darker skinned and they didn't speak English, and they had to choose. They had to figure out what they had to do, and a lot of times
my mom couldn't use a white bathroom.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. That's what I'm saying, right? And where you guys from?
This was in Los Angeles. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but where originally?
Oh, Mexico.
Oh, you from Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay, I think, and so people, and I just don't know. I'm just saying, but the people in Mexico they have darker people too. The indigenous,
yeah,
the indigenous,
cousins,
right?
Man, you know, like
right.
Yeah, I mean,
there's black Mexicans,
a
lot of black
Oh
Mexicans.
yeah.
Most
I'm trying to look to see, you know,
Central
darker than
South America.
But in DC, this how ignorant they are. They got youngins calling Hispanic brothers amigo.
Yeah.
You seen it today. I know you did it. The basketball tournament.
Yeah.
This the mentality. That's not going nowhere. That's 15, 16, 17. Now, if I do the little books that they give us to work with the youth, they gone already because it's going past 15. What's actually like they gonna be taking care of me? Man, it's gonna be anarchy. The human mind, man, is focused on one thing. That's capital. Whatever come with that capital, that's it. Don't nobody care about nothing else. Nothing else. Unless if it's a gay sitcom, they making money off of it. They can advertise what they want, the Benzes, the house, the shades on the lamps. They can advertise that. That's what they gonna do. It's a show about Hispanic artists or producer or rapper is funny or something like that. It's gonna get dumped money.
Yeah.
I think that's so true.
As long as this sells, yeah, man.
I think go ahead.
So we're in a strictly fascist
They make their money off of exploiting us and us being anybody and everybody that they can use to make some money off.
Anyone they can make money off of.
Period.
So it's like a big circus, man.
And it's been going on for a long time.
Since the beginning of time.
I've seen some animated shows that they
Headphones
really
went out again, man. B.I., you out?
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you coming out, man.
Chelly. Nice meeting
Tell
you,
wifey thank you, man, for
Peace,
being
B.I.
patient.
Peace, man. Be safe, man.
Peace.
He trying to leave before they blew this joint up.
I don't know. Like before Spawn, like Mother Seeds, man. I tell them, and even in some of the songs I got, kings and queens, gods and goddesses, because that's what we are, man. We're true warriors. I've done collaborations with a lot of folks. If you hear some of my albums where they're dropping, the N word, but it's like I said, it's not natural to me, so I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, I still think, man.
I think knowing your history is one of the most important things that we could do. History as not just our people's, all people's. And once you know your history, it's a very powerful thing to know how these words began. The whole history of it all. People might use it all the time now, but at some point, it was strictly negative.
I mean, Usin knows the etymology. We were talking about this earlier today, but he doesn't want to get on the mic for whatever reason. He doesn't want to sign off.
And I've heard Usin in another show say this too, which is very true. In other countries, I can't really say this about Latin America because it's not true. But if you're French and you're black, you're French. You're not a black Frenchman. You're not an African American. You're a French person. Period.
That's a lot of other countries. Egypt's like that too.
I just used French as as an example.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I think most parts of the world are like that. But I'm not gonna front, man, because other parts of the world, including Afghanistan, and I mean everywhere in the world, they have their classes and everything is segregated too. Still, I mean,
for sure,
it's already happened.
Is it by color or?
It's not so much by color.
That's what I'm saying. I think in America, it's a big color thing.
Yeah. Well, I think in South America, it's a color thing. In Brazil,
in a lot of Latin America, is very racist. But but also the classism runs deep. For example, this is very true, and it's funny to me. If you have a last name that a rich person has a last name in Chile, you can front like you're a family member of a rich person. You'll get jobs. You'll get whatever you want offered to you just because you have the same last name as someone. That's
branding.
Classism,
Yeah. You should change your name, Renee.
I'm Sanchez, so I'm kind of like Jones out here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a good last name for that.
At least you know your real last name, man. We were just given a name when we came to this country, man. They were like, oh, you guys look like a Sammy. All right, go ahead. Pass. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story too,
that's
man.
Real. Yeah.
I want to give everybody
little Americana.
And I mean that's not exactly like that, but I mean my last name.
That's
my last name is made up. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody in government name is pretty much just something that somebody made up one day. And was
yeah.
Like, okay.
Exactly,
that's what
man.
We're gonna name you now.
It's for commercial purposes, man. But I want to look. We just got a few more minutes, so now I really want to give everyone a quick chance to just plug in. If you have, your website or your Twitter, it's probably the best things to do, and just let people know, who you are one more time and what you do. And I'm gonna start to the left with Monty. Oh, can you swing the camera around? Swing that mic around, Mr. Monty. Let him know.
You can follow us on on Facebook. You can just look up Brave Soul Collective all together with no spaces in it. And I'm on Twitter. It's just Brave Soul 74, which is the year I was born. I'm a soul child. I grew up on Donny Hathaway and Minnie Riperton and Earth, Wind and Fire, and all that music and all that stuff permeates and just speaks to all
That's
of
the true golden era music,
exactly. All of that stuff is what I grew up on, and part of the work that I do with Brave Soul Collective is part outreach, but it's about being able to give other artists and other people a platform to be able to showcase their work. So this work that we're doing, we have a show coming up on December the 9th at Warehouse Theater in DC, and it's going to serve as our 7th anniversary show because our organization was founded in 2006. So this year marks 7 years that we've been doing this work, and December 1st is World AIDS Day, so this show is in observance of World AIDS Day. But the work is really just about life. The show is called Passages, but it's really about whether it's got to do with HIV, whether it's got to do with racism, whether it's got to do with financial hardship, self-esteem, body image, politics. All of that stuff is in this show, and it's really about how we as people, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're male, female, whether you work in corporate or Starbucks or wherever, gay, straight, positive, negative, whatever, how we get from point A to point B. Those are the things that show up in my work, and that's all the stuff that I do. So
and
again,
one more time, if people wanted to find you,
if you want to find
online?
us, you can look us up on Facebook. It's just Brave Soul Collective. On Twitter, our Twitter account is just Brave Soul _. And then my Twitter account is Brave Soul 74. And like I said, we're doing a show on December the 9th at Warehouse Theater. You can go to our website, which is bravesoulcollective.org @facebook.com/BSC, and there's all the information is there. If you want to come and check out the show and learn more about what it is that we do and the kind of work that we do to unite people and to empower people and give them back to themselves and remind them that we all got gifts, we all got power, and we all got strength. That's what it is that I'm offering up from what happened to me and, you know, sharing my story. So
that's what's up, man. Appreciate you coming out, man. Renee, if you got anything to say, man, now's the time to do it.
I don't have any plugs, so I'm going to plug universal love within the community. And you have to love yourself before you can love others. And honestly, if you're being so negative towards others, you probably don't love yourself. So that's it.
That's
Peace.
what's up, man.
They letting Jimmy D.
And to your left, First Spawn.
It was First Spawn.
Let people know, man. If people want to find your beats online, man. I'm
you can find me-
still playing all First Spawn beats.
Yeah.
Bobbing my head the whole time, man. I know you've been watching me too. I like every single one of those. But go ahead, man. If people want to find you online,
ReverbNation.com. First Spawn. So it's ED spawned.
Spawn with the ED.
ED.
That's what's up, man. And to your left, man, we got your pops, Mr. Forge.
Peace. Thanks for having the solo.
Thank you
Always
for
a
coming out,
pleasure,
Mr.
brother.
Forge. Yeah.
Yo, you can find me if you would like to find me. Reverb Nation, Audio Mac. GorillaRepublic.org. Shout out to all my Gorilla Republic DC brothers in the house. Just much love, and we gotta definitely do some more things together. But free music out there. Just Google me, man. Just free music for the peoples. And First Spawn and I are working on something. All original music, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have to, deal with some other things and other issues we had to deal with. But, just much love. Peace.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you coming out. To your left, we got Scene.
All right. You can reach me at my website is sceneartstudios.com. My Twitter is sceneart1, and that's also my Instagram and everything. Check me out.
That's what's up, man. To your left, we got my man Theory.
Word. Peace, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you'd like to check out some of the music that I'm involved with, please go to thepackage.bandcamp.com. Check us out there. Groove to the music. Keep hip-hop alive.
Appreciate you coming out, Theory. To your left, we got Count Fifth.
Yo, peace. Count Fifth. That's KOUNTFIF. I'm at, on Twitter, at Count Fifth. You can find me there, Facebook, Google me. You want to hear some of my music. I have an album out there called The Swashbuckler, Volume 1, The Viking Wars. It's got a ton of artists on it, hip-hop legends. If you want to check that out, you can check that out on iTunes. Peace. Thanks
That's
for
what's
having
up.
me.
I just wanted to say real quick before we're out, man, about the joint, your segment, your Beat Conductor segment.
Yeah.
When it went through YouTube, we got flagged. But it was for your own music, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it had to be disputed, and we said that, we're not making money off it or whatever. But it's cool. Shouts out to you because your name came up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's not like
doubt.
it went to another label or whatever. It's because, you got to get paid off it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what's up, man.
That is what it is. That's
And to your left, man.
Blessings.
L Better.
Peace. L Better up in here. If you like, find me at LORDBETTA at Lord Better. And I'm looking forward to the 7th, right?
Oh,
Guys,
yeah.
come check us out.
Yeah, that's gonna be this week, man.
Yeah, it's this
Red
week,
Zone.
son. This Saturday, the 3rd annual Beat Conductors DJ/producer battle.
Right here in
We got some of the
Fairfax.
contestants in here right now tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
They ice grilling each other. It's gonna be nasty. Theory's in the backdrop overseeing everything.
Yeah.
Seeing who's covered up next. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun, man. This Saturday at
Red Zone.
Red Zone Grill, right?
Red Zone Grill.
Yeah,
Fairfax,
right
VA.
here in Fairfax.
Yeah, from
Whole lot of talent in this room.
whole lot of
That's
talent in
what's
this
up,
room
man.
from
Right.
5 to 10. You know what I mean? Got several producers, several DJs.
Now we're gonna light the
We'll duke
fuse.
it out.
We're gonna light the
Bringing
fuse at
MCs out
420.
too.
We're gonna light the fuse at 420.
Yeah,
So make sure to be in attendance.
Yeah, we sparking up at 4:20. The show starts at 5, goes to 10. Then
I
an
got my,
after party from 11. After party from 11 and 2. OHLOW's doing an 85 a set.
Oh yeah.
He's playing all 85 of music all night, so they can turn up, so the young people can turn up.
Turn out.
Turn down for what, man?
That's right. Turn down. Beat conductors, baby. Turn out. Turn up.
Yeah, I was practicing today, man. At the
You was practicing
basketball
up?
tournament. Yeah, man.
Did you turn up on him, Mo?
Yeah, a little bit, man. And to your left, man, Noyik the Grizz. The
Yo,
Grizz.
what's up? It's Noyik the Grizzly Bear. Check me out.
I'm glad you came out, man.
Oh, you know what? We always have a good time.
We always have a good time, man. I wish we were back in summertime and it was nice and hot outside, man.
Yeah. You know what? We did a lot of good shows this year, man.
Yeah.
We did a lot of good shows this year. Check out, you know, when you feel like hearing Noyik the Grizzly Bear, noyik.bandcamp.com. You can stream my last album for free. Be on the lookout for what the package has going on.
That's right.
We got something real good brewing for y'all. And the package.bandcamp.com.
That's what's up. I need that slogan one time before we're out, man.
You say what?
I need that slogan, man.
Which one you
Oh,
talking
come on. I got to say it. Humanity.
Oh, humanity
You
is.
know what? Yeah. So from the brother that founded and coined the slogan, "Humanity is family," it's just because we love everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all supposed to love each other like we supposed to.
That's right.
Period,
That's
no matter
what's
where
up,
you
man.
go.
Humanity
You know what I
is
mean?
family.
Humanity is
Unfortunately,
family.
man,
Holla at me.
I got to be out, man. This is On Beat with OHLOW. I got everybody, right? We ain't miss anybody except for Usim, but he didn't want to sign off.
Big shout out to Ooh.
Yeah, thanks for doing the video. Ooh, thanks for all the work on the site and everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what site are you talking about?
Oh, I can't say, but if anyone else wants to say it,
If
man.
they wanted to. If they
you wanna
wanted
do
to.
Beatconductors.com.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Beatconductors.com.
Now, if you'd like to, you could go to.
Beatconductors.
See, I'll be able to say it next week because I'm actually taking a class this week, my underwriting class, and I'll be able to shout out the sponsors starting next week, man.
Oh, nice. Beatconductors.com if you'd like to.
Beatconductors.com.
Wait,
Yeah, that's what's up.
wait, no.
All right, man. I gotta go, man. All right, peace.